Catholic here. Modern day Jews are no longer his chosen people. His chosen are those who follow his church now, as we are the new covenant. Y'all need to get off our land, actually. Hello, churchy. Messianic Jew here. You are correct. There is a new covenant. There is no longer Jew nor Gentile. However, there is prophecy mentioned in Tanakh, Old Testament of the Bible, that is currently being fulfilled today as we speak. The Lord promised that against all odds, Jewish people would return back to their homeland from all the corners of the earth, back into Judea. And that is what happened. What we are witnessing today is not because human beings are powerful enough and strong enough. Israel has to be one of the most hated countries in the world, if not the most hated country in the world. It does not stand today because it is strong enough and powerful enough and loved enough. It stands today because the Lord made a promise and he made a covenant with Jewish people and he fulfilled his promise.
All right, shalom, shalom. This is the brother Shakar here with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, I just wanted to get into a lesson, concerning that short video, and this young woman, okay, who is pretty much just lost, man. She's all over the place. She said a lot of things. She said a lot of things, but the main thing I want to cover is she said that the promise has been fulfilled. But then she says the promise is being fulfilled. She calls herself a Messianic J, okay? She says that the modern day Jays are not the people. They need to get off the land. But then she said that there's a promise to all the Jays, okay, that ultimately, beyond all means, or however she put it, that they're going to go back into the land. And she says that that's already happened. So again, she's just all over the place, man. She's lost. But, she said a lot. She said a lot, in her short little clip there. But the main thing, that I want to cover is the promise. Has the promise been fulfilled, okay, to Israel, to the Israelites? She also mentioned the new covenant. Well, you have the old covenant and the new covenant, okay, that are just for Israel, man. Lord willing, we'll go into that as well. The main thing I want to go over is she says that the promise has been fulfilled. Okay, so are the modern day, well, she says, again, it's confusing because she says the modern day Jays are not the people. They need to get out the land, and that the Messianic Jays, I guess, but then she says that she's a Catholic. So again, she's just all over the place, confused, lost. Now, could she be an Israelite? She could be. Because the scripture says it is the spirit that bears witness with our spirit, okay, that we are sons of the living power. So, she could be an Israelite, but, the main thing is right now she's lost, man. She's lost in her thinking. You see, she's confused. She's a very confused individual. You see, but let me go ahead and start off here. Going into the land, because there's a certain land, okay, that was promised, okay, to the Israelites. Now, when you go into the maps, okay, we're not going to, like I said, we're not going to get all into it, okay, but I do got a couple maps pulled up, showing that how the whole promised land, okay, the promised land that was promised to Abraham, okay, that those people that are there right now, they're not even dwelling in the whole land, man. They have a small portion of it. But let me start off here in the book of Genesis, chapter 13 and verse 14. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, it says, lift up from thine eyes and look up from the place where thou art northward and southward and eastward and westward. It says, for all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. It says, and I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. And that's impossible. It says, arise, walk through the land in the length of it and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. See, and that's the land, okay, that's the landmass, okay, that was promised to Abraham. Let me go real quick to the maps. Like I said, I got these maps pulled up. I got this on Google. Okay, again, we're not going to go all into it. Let it load up. It's a lock you. All right. All right. We'll just get into this map here. Like I said, I'm not going to get all into it, but as you can see right here, it says your land was stretched from the desert wastelands. It says to Lebanon, and from the great Euphrates to the river in the north. It says where the Hittites live. It says to the Mediterranean Sea in the west, and that's in Joshua 1 and 4. But see, this is the landmass, okay, that was promised, okay, to Abraham, to him and his seed forever and ever. And then when you look where these people right now that are living in the land there, okay, what they occupy is just a very small portion. You see, let me go real quick to a different map so I can show you that if I can. Right there it says Israel and occupied territories. Cause you can see, okay, just a small area, okay, that they possess. They don't possess, they don't possess the whole land. So that's one promise there that still isn't fulfilled. You see, they only have a small portion, okay, of the actual landmass, okay, that was promised to Abraham, okay, and to his seed forever. And when you look at the actual, okay, areas that they actually occupy compared to what was promised, it's just a small part of the land. You can see it right there. Okay, the lighter part of it, that's where you have the Jays living in today. You see, this is where they're occupying. But when you go to what the promise is, it's a bigger portion. You see, they just have a little piece there, okay, of the landmass that was promised, okay, to Abraham. So right now, okay, those Jays, they're only occupying a small part, okay, of the promised land. So that's one part of the promise, okay, that has not been fulfilled. So let me go back to Genesis, and I'll read that again. It says, and I'll start off in verse 14 again. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yoshai said unto Abraham, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up thy eyes and look from the place where thou art northward, and southward and eastward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. See, and I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. It says, arise, walk through the land in the length of it, and in the breadth of it. You see, for I will give it unto thee. See, and that's the promise, okay, that the Lord made to Abram, or to Abraham, which the promise was made to Abram, but later on the Lord changed his name to Abraham. Now let's stay here in Genesis. Let's go to the 15th chapter, and let's go to the 18th verse. And it says, see, in the same day, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yoshai made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt into the great river, the river Euphrates. See, and again, that's a big landmass. And right now, again, those Jays, they're only occupying, okay, a small portion of it. Let's stay here in Genesis. Let's go to the 17th chapter, and let's go to the 19th verse. And it says, see, and Yahweh said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. See, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant. See, and with his seed after him. And Isaac, what? He had a Jacob and Esau. Let's get a quick precept on that. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. Chapter 3. And you know what? Let me start off in verse 13. It says, now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, see, whose name was Abraham. Again, his name was Abram, changed to Abraham. It says, him thou lovest, and unto him thou shootest thy will. It says, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. Okay, and one of those promises was what? Was that land. It says, and unto him thou gavest Isaac. See, and unto Isaac, see, thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. So Jacob became a great multitude. See, so the Lord pushed Esau to the side. See, and as the scripture says, it says, "In Isaac shall thy seed be called." Let's get that. That's the book of Romans, chapter 9, and what's that? Verse 7. It says, "Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children." Why? Because Abraham had many children. He had 6 or 7 children. Okay, from Keturah. Okay, and then he also had Ishmael. Okay, from Hagar. It says, but in Isaac, listen, it says, "Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called." See, that is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted, see, for the seed. And again, Isaac had who? Jacob and Esau. See, and he put by Esau. So let's go back to Genesis chapter 17. And I'm going to read verse 19 again. See, and it says, "And the Most High said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. See, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, see, and with his seed after him." See, the Lord didn't say nothing about some Messianic J's or, whatever she said. You know what? Let me get that real quick. She said she was a Messianic J, right? Let me see what I got it pulled up here. What is a Messianic J? Okay, I'm going to jump down just to the point. It says, what is a Messianic J? It says, people began using the term Messianic J to describe a person, see, of Ish descent, says, who chose to retain their Ish religious identity, see, and practice as a follower of Yahweh Shai. So it says Jesus, but his true name is Yahweh Shai. It says instead of practicing a Ish kind of Christianity, it says Messianic Jays saw themselves as practicing a special kind of Judaism, okay, which is all madness. See, that is expressed devotion to Yahweh Shai. So they refer to this kind of Judaism as Messianic Jays. See, but then she says that she's a Catholic. See, so she's all confused, man. She has no understanding. But let's go back to the book of Genesis. Let's go back to the book of Genesis, and let's go to the 28th chapter. See, I'm just establishing, okay, who this promise is for. Okay, it's not for everybody. Okay, the promise of the land, the promise of the covenants, okay, the promise of salvation, okay, is only for one people. We just read it. It says, "In Isaac shall that seed be called." But let's go right here. Let's go to Genesis chapter 28. I'm going to get right to the point, verse 13. And it says, "Then behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai stood above it." Now this is Jacob when he lay down, okay, and he saw what? He saw the angels descending and ascending, okay, which we called what? Jacob's ladder. It says, "And said, I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, power of Abraham thy father, see, and the power of Isaac. See, the land wherein thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed." See, now he's speaking to Jacob here, okay, because Jacob came out of what? Isaac. See, that's who the promise was made to, Isaac. In Isaac shall thy seed be called. It says, "And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. See, and in thy seed all the families of the earth shall be blessed." Why? Because Israel, okay, has been spread to the four corners, okay, of the earth, man. Israel has been scattered. It says, "And behold, I am with thee, and I will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of." You see? So, hey, that's the promise, okay, that the Lord made, that he was going to bring, okay, our people, okay, the Israelites, back to that land. You see, but you got these, these people right now in the land, okay, saying that they went back through what? The Balfour Declaration, right? The 48ers, okay, which is all madness, man. The people that are in there right now, they're not the true people. Although there is, okay, Israelites, okay, mingled amongst them. You see? And they're going to look like those Jays. But let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 43 and verse 5. See, it says, fear not. It says, fear not, for I am with thee. See, I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. It says, bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Again, why? Because we've been scattered. And she said that. She said that the Jays, okay, are going to come back, okay, from the four corners of the earth. But she said that's already happened. But then she said that the modern day Jays need to get out of that land. So again, she's very confused. See, she has no understanding of what she's even talking about. But again, going back to her last comment, saying that promise has been fulfilled. No, man, the people there, they're not the people. Again, you do have some that are mingled amongst them. You see, but that deliverance, okay, of the Lord's people hasn't happened yet. Okay, that's going to happen during the time, okay, of the destruction. Okay, that's going to happen in the time when the Lord, okay, brings forth World War III. Okay, then you're going to have the chariots, okay, which the world Italy calls UFOs. Okay, gather his people for the four corners of the earth, man. But the biggest deliverance will come out of America, so-called America, Babylon the Great. And besides, where's King David? Does not the scripture says that King David's going to be there, that the Lord's going to be there? Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and let's go to verse 21. See, and it says, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel, see, from among the heathen. Again, why? Because we've been scattered. It says, whether they be gone, see, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. See, and that hasn't happened yet. It says, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. See, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. It says, why? Because we were separated. Okay, you had the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. It says, neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. See, and that's when the Lord's going to put that new covenant, okay, in our people, man. You see, we're going to have the law, statutes, commandments written in our inward parts, so we won't sin anymore. Okay, have those perfect bodies. Verse 24, it says, see, and David, my servant, shall be king over them. Where's King David at? You see, he's not there. It says, and they also have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. Why is that? Because they're going to be in our inward parts. See, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob, my servant. See, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. See, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. So that's a possessive pronoun, them. The Lord is speaking about a specific people, man. See, a certain seed. It says, my tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. See, and the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, do sanctify Israel. It says, well, my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them, see, forevermore. See, now that's going into what? That's going into the Lord putting the law, statutes, commandments in my inward parts. See, having that new covenant, okay, the covenant of peace, okay, with his people. Let's go to the book of Hebrews. See, and the people over there, are they living in peace? No, they're at war right now, man. This is the Hebrews, let me see, chapter 8, and let's start off with the 6th verse. It says, but now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also is he the mediator of a better covenant? Speaking about Yahweh Shai, he being our intercessor, see, our lawyer, okay, our go between the people, well, okay, between the Israelites, see, and the Most High. It says, which was established upon better promises. See, and you know what? Let me go real quick to the book of Romans. I'll go back to Romans, the 9th chapter. Okay, it's going to tell you, okay, who the promises are for. Because I want to get a word out of there real quick, if I can. Romans chapter 9. Okay, and I'll start off in verse 1. It says, I say the truth in the anointed. It says, I lie not. This is the Apostle Paul speaking. It says, my conscience also bearing me witness, see, in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow, see, in my heart. See, meaning in his mind. It says, for I could wish that myself were accursed from the anointed, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, listen, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants. You see, the old covenant, the new covenant is for Israel. It says, and the giving of the law, okay, which when you go into Psalms, the 147th chapter, it tells you that the law was only given to Israel. Okay, he says he had not dealt so with any other nation. Let me get that. Might as well just get it. Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19. It says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation, and for his judgments, and as for his judgments, they had not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai. So the Lord is not dealing, okay, with any other people, man. You see, he's only dealing with one seed line, okay? That's Israel, the Israelites. So-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. See, and those that look like other nations, hey, but if your seed line goes back to Jacob, okay, you're an Israelite. Okay, if this truth resonates with your spirit, it's because the Lord put that upon your spirit. You're an Israelite. Let me go to Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. See, it says, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. See, and that's what the Lord did, man. He put us under the curses. Okay, has us in these low conditions. Okay, now what we're at bywords and proverbs, okay, to all these nations. We're niggas, wetbacks, okay, tontos. This is what we're known as. You see, the scripture also says they should not be reckoned amongst the nations. So they don't recognize who we are, man. Why? Because we're mingled amongst them. Okay, and then again, you know, Israel gonna look like anybody and everybody. You see, that's the mystery of the Gentiles. That's the mystery of us being what? Scattered, okay, to all these nations, okay, and then taking on the ways of these people, looking like these people, okay, looking like these heathens. You see? But let me go back to Romans 9. Again, it says, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants, see, and the giving of the law, and the service of Yahweh, see, and the promise. Listen, who are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, the anointed came. Okay, who the world English calls Jesus the Christ. He only came for Israel, for the Israelites. It says, who is over all, said most high blessed forever. Amen. You see, let's go into that word adoption. I want to get that word. Yeah, it's just Satan, man. He's not man. All right, there it is. Adoption. Let's see if I can play it. Make sure the volume's up. Okay, Con. And it's a Strong's G5206.
Strong's G5206. We are Thesia. We are Thesia.
We are Thesia. Okay, and the definition, which says adoption of sons. But listen, it says that relationship, okay, which the Most High was pleased, listen, to establish between himself, see, and the Israelites. Listen, in preference to all other nations. See, that's why the law, statutes, and commandments were not given to these other people. They were not given to these other nations. The Lord is only for one people, man. That's the Israelites. That's all we need from that. So let's go ahead and go back to the book of Hebrews. And let's finish that off. Going into what? The new covenant, because she did mention that. Okay, so let's read verse 6 again. It says, but now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, but how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. For if the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. Why? Because we went off as the people, man. You see, we went against the Lord. That's why, that's why we're under the curses. It says, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant, listen, with the house of Israel, see, in the house of Judah. Not with some Messianic Jays or some Catholics or anti-Christians. No, man, it's only for Israel and Judah, okay, which makes up all the 12 tribes. Listen, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant. See, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. Again, we broke the Lord's covenant. Verse 10, it says, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. So all Israel going to know, okay, who Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. See, right now, are not people still being taught? So how can we be in the new covenant? We're not. See, people are still teaching. You see, when the new covenant is established, you're not going to have anybody have to teach anybody. You see, the law, statutes, commandments will be in the inward parts of all the Israelites. See, they're going to be like walking Bibles. You see, they're going to have all the law, statutes, commandments, okay, inside them, man. They're going to be in their mindset. It says, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, see, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. In that he saith, a new covenant he had made the first old. See, now that which is decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. Meaning that what? Meaning that the new covenant is not yet here, not fully. You see? Right now, what we are under grace. See, right now is the time to get right with Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, man. You see, but again, going into her comment saying that, you know, that they are the new covenant. No, man, the new covenant, okay, is only for Israel. It's still yet to come, man. So the new covenant will not be established, okay, until the deliverance happens. You see? So let me go ahead and go back to Romans, the 9th chapter. I know we read it earlier, but I want to establish it again. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, because again, she said that the promises have been fulfilled. See, the promises, okay, were made to what? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But the scripture says, what? In Isaac shall that seed be called. Let me get that again. Romans chapter 9, and let's go to verse 7. It says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. See, but in Isaac shall that seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise, see, are counted for the seed. See, that's the seed, okay, that's going to receive, okay, the promises, the deliverance, okay, salvation. And again, it's going to begin with the elect on this side, okay, where the destruction is going to take place. Let me go to Galatians. Chapter 3. And let's go to verse 16. And it says, see, now to Abraham and his seed, see where the promise is made. Okay, we just established, okay, who that seed is. Okay, coming from Isaac. And Isaac shall that seed be called. Okay, and again, okay, we went into it earlier. Okay, Jacob and Esau, okay, came out of Isaac. Okay, it says, and thou puttest Esau to the side. Okay, thou put by Esau. Okay, and Jacob became a great multitude. So Jacob is that seed. Okay, Jacob is that seed, okay, that is counted for the promise. Again, it says, not to Abraham and his seed were all the promises made. All the promises. It says, he saith not, and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is the anointed, okay, which is Yahweh Shai, okay, which is, if you have the proper understanding, you know that Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation, okay, he was Isaac. Well, let me get a quick precept on that. I'm not going to go all deep into it. You have to have a proper understanding, okay, of reincarnation. Okay, without the understanding of reincarnation, you're not going to understand the scriptures. Let's go to Matthew chapter 1, and I'm going to start at the top. Look, it says the book of the generation of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Listen, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Why? Because in the reincarnation, okay, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, okay, was King Solomon in the spirit. Okay, and also the son of Abraham, okay, Isaac in the spirit. It says Abraham begat Isaac, see, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas, see, and his brethren, see, all the sons of Jacob. Say Judah, why? Because it says the Lord sprang up, okay, out of the tribe. It's evident, okay, that the Lord sprang out of the tribe of Judah. Because you have Christians try to say, see, if you just believe in Jesus, okay, now you're counted as a seed. No, there is a seed line, there is a bloodline, okay, that goes back, okay, to to the promise, man. It's not for everybody, and it's not for some Messianic J or Esau or the Hamites or any of these other heathen nations. No, the promise is only for Israel. You see, the covenants are only for Israel. Let me go, because she did make a statement saying neither Jew nor Greek, right? We're not going to go all into it. I'm just gonna go to the second Maccabees, okay, get something out of there and just show you that there's a reason why, okay, they were calling themselves Greeks. See, when you go to the book of Ephesians, the second chapter, well, let me go to it. Ephesians chapter 2, and I'm going to go right to the point. Right there. Ephesians 2 and 11. It says, wherefore remember that ye being in the time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh, see, made by hands, that at that time ye were without the anointed, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, see, and strangers from the covenants of the promise, having no hope and without power in the world, without a power in the world. It says, but now in the Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, ye who sometimes were far off are made nigh by the blood of the anointed. It says, for he is our peace, who made both one and has broken down the middle wall of partition between us. You see, between you had those of the circumcision and the uncircumcision, because you had the J's, okay, the J double O's, okay, that they didn't like, okay, the Israelite foreigners, because they were following the ways of the heathen. See, and I'm going to go to second Maccabees to show you why they were calling themselves Greeks. You see, that's why they were afar off. You see, they were not part, okay, of the promise, man. See, they were not part of the commonwealth. See, they were aliens. They were strangers, okay, to this promise. But now through the blood of Yahweh Shai, okay, he has come back to reconcile, okay, all of Israel. Okay, because you had those that were practicing, okay, the law, statutes, and commandments, okay, and then you had those that were practicing the ways of the heathen, man, okay, wherever they're scattered, especially the Greek fashions, okay, and then also what, by the bloodshed of Yahweh Shai, okay, it's made peace between, okay, Israel and the Most High, okay, you couldn't just go to the Most High, no, that's why we need Yahweh Shai, man, again, him being our intercessor, see, our go-between, okay, our lawyer. It says, having abolished this in his flesh, the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in the ordinances, for to make himself of twain one new man, so making peace, and that he might reconcile both unto the Most High in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby, and came and preached peace to you which were afar off, say, and to them that were nigh, say, to both the Israelite foreigners, okay, and to those that were the J's that, okay, that were practicing the law, statutes, and commandments. It says, for though we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father, now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, see, but fellow citizens with the saints and the household of the Most High. See, only one people, okay, are called the saints, man. Those that I have made a covenant with, okay, and then you go back to the Exodus, the 24th chapter, it shows you who the Lord made a covenant with. He made it with the children of Israel, okay, not with everybody. And that's why when you go up, it says that being called Gentiles in the past in the flesh. Why? Because you were born, okay, into those Greek fashions, okay, born into these heathen ways. You see, especially that of the Greek fashions. Now let me go to 2 Maccabees. There's a reason why, okay, they were calling themselves Greeks. 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. It says, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feast, say, or to profess himself at all to be a J. Okay, and in that day, so they couldn't even call themselves Israelites, man. It says, and in that day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices, and when the fast of Bacchus was kept, see, the Jays were compelled to go into procession to Bacchus carrying ivy. So they were forced, okay, to follow the ways of the heathen, man. It says, moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen, see, by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jays, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices. See, and whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles, meaning these other nations, okay, especially those of the Greeks, listen, should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. You see, so they didn't want to call themselves Greeks. See, they were forced to do it. If they couldn't call themselves Israelites, okay, or Jays anymore, okay, what were they calling themselves? Greeks. Okay, that's why it said, okay, there's neither J nor Greek, neither Jew nor Greek, man. You see? So let's go. I'm just gonna get a couple more precepts. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 5. Just gonna show you how the people there, because you said that that's happened, right? That the people went back. Okay, so are the people that are dwelling there the people? No. Okay, is there Israelites among them? Of course. It says Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 23 verse 5. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch. See, and the king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. Now, is there judgment and justice in the earth? No. You see, and this is speaking about Yahweh Shai. Is he dwelling in the land now? Is King David there? Okay, is Yahweh Shai there? No, man. It says, in his days, listen, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is the name whereby he shall be called, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai, our righteousness. See, a title, okay, given to the Lord. Okay, but hey, if those were the people, if those are the people, then why is there war there? It says Judah shall dwell safely. See, and Israel, it says Judah shall be saved. See, and Israel shall dwell safely. Is there safety there now? No, there's not. There's war right now. You see, and there's more war coming. Listen, verse 7, it says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country. See, that's speaking about North America. See, Babylon the Great. See, and from all countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. See, it says, therefore, behold, the days come. It hasn't happened yet. Because this is going to happen during the time of what? The destruction. See, World War III. And again, how can they be the people when it tells you in Joel, the 3rd chapter, that it's not going to be into the time? Well, hey, we're in those times now, man. We're right there at the door of World War III. You see, but we know that what? This devil's got to bring his charagma in, okay, which is the mark of the beast, the microchip. Okay, you're going to have, all these, calamities come. Okay, you're going to have Jacob's trouble. You see, all these things got to come, man. Okay, before the deliverance. Okay, before Israel goes back. Okay, she said the promises have been fulfilled. No, the promises have not been fulfilled. You see? Because again, those people there, they're not the people. Although again, there is people, Israelites, okay, amongst them. Okay, but where's the movie at? Where's the books at? Okay, you had the movie, the 10 Commandments, okay, showing the deliverance out of Egypt. Okay, so if those are the people and they went back to the land, Well, where's that movie at? Okay, where are those books at? Okay, no, it hasn't happened yet. See, this is yet still to come. Again, it's not going to happen to what? Till World War III comes about. Let's go to the book of Joel. Let's get that. Then we're probably going to close out with this. Joel chapter 3. Again, she said a lot, but she had a lot of confusion, okay, coming out of her mouth, man. So this is Joel 3:1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Israel." So all the tribes, okay, again, taking us out of this captivity. It says, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat," okay, which is what? The valley of judgment, okay, the valley of decision. It says, "And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, see, and parted my land." See, and who's the main? Well, you got a couple different heathen nations there, okay. But who's the main heathen nations there? You got Ishmael and you got the Edomites. So the true Israelites are not going to go back, okay, until what? Until this war, okay, till this war breaks out, man. Till World War III comes about. This is when Israel's going to go back. This is when the true Israelites are going to go back to the land. You see, so again, those people, they cannot be the people as a whole. So let's go to Ezekiel. Going to show you, okay, who's in possession of the land right now. Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen." See, and against all Idumea. Okay, Idumea being Greek for Edom, for Esau. It says, "Which have appointed, listen, my land into their possession." Meaning they have the possession of the land, man. They're in the land. See, they stole it. It says, "With the joy of all their heart, see, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." So they're in the land right now. So they took that land, okay, during what? During the time of the Balfour Declaration. Where was that in the scriptures? No, the Lord said that Israel's not going to go back, okay, till he takes them there, okay? Now, not through some type of document, man, not through some type of declaration, you see? And even the Savior himself spoke about, okay, Israel being scattered, okay, going into what? All nations into captivity. Let's go real quick to, let me see here. That's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24. See, and it says, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations." See, this is the time of what? 70 AD, during the siege of Jerusalem. Listen, "And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, see, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled." See, what's the time of the Gentiles? That's the rulership, okay, of these heathen nations. Let me get this real quick. See, and Israel is scattered, okay, to the four corners of the earth. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was well, it's still loading. Slovakia. It's blurry. Let me see if it clears up. It's just Satan. You know, he's been fucking with me all this whole time. I've been trying to get this lesson in, man. Yeah, so these are the Gentile rulerships. Look, you had the Babylonian Empire, okay, which is the Babylonian and Assyrian rulership. Then you had the Medo-Persian, okay, and then you had the Grecian, okay, with the Greek, okay, during the Greek captivity. Then you had the Roman Empire, okay, where we were under, okay, as a people, as a nation, okay, under the hands of the Romans. Okay, now today, okay, well you have it says the divided kingdoms, okay, well we're in the revised, okay, Roman Empire, man, which is America, Babylon the Great, so-called America, Babylon the Great. You see, and this is where we're at now. See, so the times of the Gentiles, okay, it's getting ready to come to an end, man. The time of these heathen rulerships are getting ready to be ended, okay, by Yahweh Shai, man. See, he's coming, okay, to bring down the rulership of Esau, okay, and when he does that, that's going to bring down all these rulerships. You see. Let me go back to Ezekiel. Actually, you know what? Let me get another precept. Let me go to the book of Daniel. Then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna finish off in Ezekiel, Lord willing. This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44, and it says, "And in the days of these kings, see these rulerships, right, of the Gentiles, okay, the heathens, shall the power of the heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. See, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces. Listen, and consume all these kingdoms." So all these other rulerships that ever ruled, okay, they're gonna go down. Okay, when Esau goes down, all these rulerships gonna go down. See, and they shall stand forever. See, meaning the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, okay, which is gonna be ran, okay, which is gonna be ran by Yahweh Shai, okay, King David. Okay, then you're gonna have a righteous rulership on down. You see? Actually, you know what? Let me read verse 45. It says, "For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of a mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. It says the great power hath made known to the king what should come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain." It says, "and the interpretation thereof sure." Hey, so this is gonna happen, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai, okay, he's gonna break in pieces, okay, all these kingdoms. See, and the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, okay, will be set up. You see? So let me go back to Ezekiel. Then I'm just gonna finish off there. Ezekiel chapter 36, and let's read verse 5 again. It says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, see, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, see, with the joyful," it says, "with the joy of all their heart." It says, "with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." Verse 6, it says, "Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen." See, and that's why you have all these heathen nations, especially Ishmael. Okay, you got some Elam, okay, and the Edomites, man, and you got a couple other, and you got a few other heathen nations there. Okay, you got some Hamites there. Okay, they're dwelling in that land right now, man. And you got those Edomites. Okay, the Amalekites. Okay, which is Esau's grandson. Okay, they're claiming to be the people. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame." Hey, because the Lord gonna bring down because the Lord gonna bring down Esau's rulership, man. Okay, and all these heathens, okay, they're gonna know that the Lord did it, man. Listen, "But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit. Listen, to my people of Israel. Listen, for they are at hand to come." Okay, so that promise of Israel going back hasn't not been fulfilled yet. Okay, neither do those people that are dwelling there, okay, occupy all the land. Okay, there's going to be a large landmass, okay, that's going to be an inheritance, okay, for Jacob, man. You see, and that's going to be the fulfillment of the promise. Okay, again, just going back to the video, okay, of this young woman. Again, she's just being all over the place. But I just wanted to, get into that, as far as the because she did make that statement or that comment, okay, that the promise has been fulfilled. No, the promise has not been fulfilled. You see, and Lord willing, hey, we be amongst those, okay, that make it, man. So again, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakak Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.